So what you'll need for this project is really simple. I just picked them up from my local craft store. I picked up a metal floral hoop, some floral tape, and some little fake flowers, and twine, macrame cord, and scissors. I should also add that later on I ended up using some coloured yarn, so that's probably good to have on hand as well. In total, these supplies that I picked up came in under $15, mainly because I already had twine and macrame cord and scissors on hand. So the first thing I did was chopped up some little flowers to use on the hoop and used the floral tape to tape them to the hoop. I found out the floral tape is kind of like sticky tissue paper. It was really interesting. It was the first time I worked with it, but I found that it worked really well. The next step, I needed to use a hot glue gun, so I used this to hot glue the edge of the twine to the hoop so that I could start wrapping the twine around the hoop. Things got a little bit tricky when I had to navigate around the flowers, but I didn't mind at all, and I found it wasn't too hard to do. You just have to take some time and kind of assess the situation and which direction is best to wrap the twine in. So after wrapping the hoop in twine, it was time to add the nice pretty bits that hang off the hoop. I just used Semco macrame cord that you can pick up from Spotlight. It wasn't too thick, it's on the thin side. I thought it might balance out the little florals on there. So after wrapping them around the hoop with a lark's head knot, I went ahead and started to comb out the cord, hoping to make a kind of tassel effect on the macrame cord. So after a lot of time, I hadn't gotten that far with the fraying of the macrame cord, and it just didn't end up looking the way that I imagined. The cord for some reason kept twirling around and knotting up, and even after I ironed it flat and combed, it just looked really sad, like dreadlocks. So I went and found some more yarn that I had in the cupboard. I found some nice beige kind of yarn, and then I found a greeny grey kind of yarn, and I decided to use this instead. I attached it to the hoop with the lark's head knot as well, and I was a lot happier with how this looked. To add a bit more texture, I ended up tying some little knots in the threads and also doing a few little plaits in there just to add a little more detail.